be. Okay, so now we're going to work on some trigger pointing. I'm going to do two trigger points that can cause pain in the feet. One that directly, the referral pain, causes pain in the foot, and that's around in here somewhere. Just about there, I think I can sort of feel that. And then the second one is just in here, and this is the point for your flexor hallucis longus, which is a very long word for muscle which controls your big toe. So it actually starts in here, and then it comes down here, turns into a tendon, goes into your foot, and then comes up through here, and it's the one that controls your big toe. So when you're squatting or you're running up hills, this is a very important muscle. And because it's so skinny and so tendinous, it can be quite easily strained or have like an overuse, have microfiber tears in it. So we'll do both of these and see how you feel afterwards. Now with trigger points, the initial pain can be quite sharp, okay? So what you'll need to do is just try and breathe into it, and as your muscles relax, the pain will dissipate. It can take sometimes about 30 seconds. It's important to let me know if you feel like the pain is increasing or it's spreading up or down or around anyway. Okay. So I'm going to, actually I knew I might just use my thumbs. Normally I'd use my elbow, but I'll just do it in here. How does that feel?
That's good.
Okay, so just take some nice deep breaths. That's good. Okay, and I can feel your muscles doing a little dance underneath my thumb. Okay, now is that pretty much gone now?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay, and then the second one that we're going to do is in here, which I think might be a bit more painful. I'm going to turn your foot out a little bit. Alright, taking a nice deep breath in. That's it. And breathing out. How does that feel?
I can feel that a lot more.
Yes, I think this could be part of the culprit. Starting to go away.
Yeah.
Almost gone?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now that's softened up your calf muscle quite a bit. And when I was talking about plantar fasciitis, I worked on your foot before. If you had plantar fasciitis, you would have jumped through the roof. So I'm going to assume that it's not that.
Okay.
Okay, just you're quite tight in dorsiflexion, so I think we're onto something there. Okay. just going to untuck you. And take your time getting off the table. Make sure that you take it easy and just, you might be a little lightheaded just from lying face down for so long. So I'll let you take your time and just call out when you're ready for me to come back in, and we'll have a chat about what you can possibly do at home to help with this pain that you've got. Okay. Okay, how are you feeling after that?
Really relaxed, thank you. That's lovely.
That's good. If you can just move your foot a bit for me. Are you feeling as much pain when you...
No, the calf feels looser.
Yeah.
Feels much nicer.
Yeah, that's it. So I think that maybe what's happening with your calf muscles and then into your foot as a result is because you've been, running for so long and now you've upped your training a little bit, you probably got some micro tears in your muscle fibres. Normally that's not a problem. They're very tiny, so you don't feel it. There's no inflammation that you can see. There is inflammation, and it's microscopic. And they heal fairly quickly because they're only very small. But then when you increase your load and your muscles haven't recovered fully yet, you get more of these little tears and scar tissue can form. And then that just keeps going on and going on. So while you've been pushing through the pain, your muscle is still struggling to keep up with the pace and is not able to heal fully. Okay, so I would recommend that you rest it, especially after today. I know, I'm sorry. But in the long term, it's going to be a lot better for you because you're going to allow your muscle to heal. Continue to get massage treatments. We can work on the scar tissue with the deep friction, try and break that up a little bit so new muscle then forms and it's not stiff and it's a lot more flexible. And then there are some things that you can do at home, obviously. So using heat packs is good, just to get the blood flow back into the muscle and help it to heal a bit more. The other thing is your diet, okay? More fresh fruit and veggies, because obviously the amount of nutrients that your body takes in has a huge impact on how quickly and how well you heal. So that's obviously going to be a big component. Drinking enough water during the day as well. So while you're at work, if you can, have a water bottle with you. And the other thing is, if you're standing up all day, maybe it's worthwhile talking to a podiatrist about what kind of shoes you're wearing, whether you need any support in those shoes, like a bit of an insole to stop your ankle from pronating or going the other way, and just making sure that it's as comfortable as it can be while you're letting your muscles heal. And the other thing that could be a really good idea for you to do is a gait analysis. So if you go and see a physiotherapist who does gait analysis, then you can actually get your running gait analysed and see the biomechanical impacts of where you're putting the pressure on in your foot when you're actually doing your stepping and then your step off, and just get them to check that. And they might make a few couple suggestions and to how you can change your running style slightly, and that could make a huge difference in you might not have as much load on that muscle. You could use a different one, and well, those sorts of things are very clever with all their machinery and testing things that they have now. So that would be my main thing. Obviously warming up before you run, stretching, cooling down properly, all those sorts of things. Things that we often think we don't have time for, but are probably more important than the run itself. And then the other thing that you can do is use a foam roller. If you haven't heard of one before, it's just literally a roll of foam. And you can use it on your calves, and what you do is you put it on the floor and then you can just roll your leg over it back and forth, and it just gives that gentle stimulation. And I mean, they're not expensive. If you're really tight, just buy one of those $8 pool noodles from Kmart and chop it in half. Done. A foam roller.
Perfect.
Yes, very high-tech piece of equipment. But of course, if you have pain still after this treatment or subsequent treatments and it's not getting any better, go back to your GP and say, it's still bad. I need to have an MRI or something like that. Make sure that there's nothing torn. Doesn't feel like it. There's no indicators that sometimes our body has a strange way of covering these things up. So those would be my suggestions. If I was a long distance runner, those are the things that I would do. I'm glad I'm not a long distance runner. But that's probably about it. And I would continue with the massages because, as you can feel, you've already got a bit more movement, a bit less pain. But I think rest is going to be the really good thing. Even if you walk rather than running, if you still want to get out there, just do a gentle walk rather than running. And just build back into it slowly and give your muscles time to heal properly. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. Alrighty, so can I see you in a week?
Great. Thank you for your time.
No problem.